Greetings. I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming. And you can see why you can't see my face today. It's time to play some Magic the Gathering. Well, actually, we're playing Open the Packs and see what cards you get in Magic the Gathering. In the new set, Dungeons and Dragons, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So, of course, the first thing I need is a box opener. Let's open this bad boy up because, oh yeah, there's going to be some fun in here. I know what card I'm hoping for, or at least, oh well, there's one card I'm really hoping for. Anything else is just gravy. But it's probably really rare because it's really evil, and really evil cards, you know, they put a premium on how many of those get put in there. That's cute. Nice fight scene going on there. Guaranteed foil and art card. Very nice. As I open it up, I see that the guaranteed foil and art card must be in one of the packs, or several of the packs, who knows. Or is it one per pack? That would be awesome. Time to open shit up. Oh yes, very nice. This card is Sudden Insight. That's sweet. Actually, let me take all the packs out. Crinkle, crinkle. I know you can hear them. And I'll use the box as a platform to place the cards for a nice close-up view. I think that's clear enough. Do you? Can everyone see that? If anyone can't, let me know. I'll order you some new eyes and gouge yours out. I'm kidding. Alright. Forest, that's nice. Ooh, Rust Monster. Immediately I get one of the old print cards. So this must be a Rust Monster from an old Magic the Gathering, not Magic the Gathering, sorry, Dungeons and Dragons monster manual or such. First strike, sacrifice an artifact to give it +2/+1/+0 till the end of turn. He's a 2/0 red creature. Nice. Clattering Skeletons. When it dies, venture into the dungeon. We'll hopefully get a dungeon card or two. Next, Precipitous Drop. Enchant creature, when it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 instead, as long as you've completed a dungeon. Well, I hope we get a dungeon card soon, so folks who don't play Magic the Gathering and aren't up on the new set will understand. And here's a Zombie Ogre. At the beginning of my end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. That's pretty cool. 3/5. Here's the quote. On the plus side, Throg no longer thinks he's clever. Well, of course, he's a zombie. He doesn't think at all now. A Tiger Tribe Hunter. He's got Trample and Pack Tactics, which means whenever he attacks, whenever she attacks, actually, I'm looking at the picture. If you attacked with creatures with a total power 6 or greater, I may sacrifice another creature, and when I do, Tiger-Tried Hunter deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. So basically, she throws a critter at you. If you have enough extra critters coming with her. Hunter's Mark. It's a spell, it's an instant. It costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent you don't control. And it can't be countered. So target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So it only costs 1 green if you target a blue permanent. So a blue creature or a blue planeswalker. So this is definitely made to beat up on, say, I don't know, Teferi. A blue dragon. He's got lightning breath, which means when he enters the battlefield, until your next turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-0. Up to 1 other target creature gets -2/-0, and up to 1 other target creature gets -1/-0. So basically, lightning strikes 3 things. 1 less than the other 2 because, you hit 1 thing and the things closer to it get less charge. It's a +2 mace. I find this card funny because I saw this. It's just they couldn't come up with a magical name for it. It's just a +2 mace. Gives a creature +2/+2. The weight of this magic weapon falls heavy upon the wicked. Why is it always the wicked to get beat up? Ooh, a Trickster's Talisman. Invoke Duplicity. I like how they make all the abilities in these spells and creatures into like keywords, like they're spells in the Dungeons and Dragon magic manuals. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Trickster's Talisman. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Ooh, so if you put it on a huge creature and manage to hit someone with it, you can sacrifice the talisman to make another one? Lady Luck, smile on me indeed. Oh, that was a uncommon. Oh, and here's a rare immediately. Long Rest. Return X target cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. If 8 or more cards are returned to your hand this way, your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Exile Long Rest. Wow. It does a lot if you have a lot of mana, and it's green. So most likely you will have a lot of mana. Ooh, here's the foil card, Armory Veteran. As long as Armory Veteran is equipped, it has menace. This one is for goblins, this one is for owlbears, this one is for toast, and this one is for... Wait a minute. He kills toast? I'm kidding. So he's a foil. He's just a common though. And my token is Boo. Go for the eyes, Boo. He's a legendary hamster. I'm not even gonna ask why there's a legendary hamster. Let's turn this around. While I take a drink. Yeah, skeletons do make a lot of racket, but unfortunately, in Magic the Gathering, there are cards that specifically say it can't be countered. Doesn't mean there's other things you can't do to it, though. All right. Half-elf monk is the well, that's definitely a half-elf monk, and look at her knocking the shit out of somebody. Some poor hyena man. Wait, let me... There. Let's let it focus. Just so you know, since the last time I used this to make do a card set, I got a newer camera, and as you can see, it actually focuses. It is. These art cards are awesome. I got a mountain in this one. And my old art card is the Arborea Pegasus. It's got flying, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 and flying till end of turn. So it just flies in and picks something up for a sec. Paladin's Shield. Let me take a look at something. 1, 2, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. There were things in there that were uncommons that I didn't notice. Paladin's Shield. It's got flash, and when it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control, of course. Just +0/+0. It just pops into existence. It's like, haha, I had a shield, and you didn't know it. Another +2 mace. The Dwarf Hold Champion. Dwarf Warrior. As long as he's equipped, he gets +0/+2. Equipment's kind of factoring in a lot in this set. Courage is neither a shield or axe, but the will to wield both in defense of the innocent. Oh boy. Yeah, he's a champion, all right, i.e. Paladin. Here's a Cloister Gargoyle. When he enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. I haven't gotten the dungeon card yet. As long as you've completed a dungeon, the Gargoyle gets +3/+0 and flying. Normally, he's an 0/4, so he needs that. Ooh, Barrowin of Clan Under. He's a dwarf cleric. When Barrowin of Clan Under enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Whenever Barrowin of Clan Under attacks, return up to 1 creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield if you've completed a dungeon. He's black and white. That's interesting. So, wait a minute. That other dwarf was white, so I guess dwarves are black and white, and or white. Maybe there's a third color for them. I don't know. Dungeon Crawler. He enters the battlefield tap. He's a 2/1 for just 1 mana. So, of course, it's a drawback. Let's see what it is. Whenever you complete a dungeon, you may... Oh, actually, just coming in tapped is bad enough. It gets the extra power of bringing it from the graveyard to the hand when you complete dungeons. And the quote is, I think of it as giving them another chance to achieve their potential. From Nestus Ras, Necromancer. Necromancers are cool. Eltergard Ranger, a human elf ranger. He's a half-elf, so he has to be a human elf. Wonder if they're gonna ever introduce halflings that are, well, half-elves that are not half-human. But that's not in this set, definitely. They didn't invent that until many Yeah, Perseus. Yeah, I was thinking of Perseus when I saw the Pegasus. Nice. And yeah, hamsters. They're interesting. He's got reach, and when Elfguard Ranger enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. So for 5 mana, you get 6 power worth of creature. That's nice. But only 4 toughness because he's a lightweight when it comes to toughness. Since the fall of Elturel, they've walked the Sword Coast from Tether to Icewind Dale. Eyes always on their prey. Interesting. Here we go. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value of 20 or more. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That's a mean thing to do to an opponent. The Raging Behir reared back, opened its terrible maw, and collapsed in a fit of horrifying giggles. This thing is rolling. This thing is literally ruffling. Its feet are up, its head is down as right side up. He is rolling on the floor laughing. That is cute. Here's a Forsworn Paladin. Oh, I got a second rare. That's nice. He's got Menace. For 1 and a black, tap him and pay a 1 life to create a treasure token. For 2 and a black, target creature gets +2/+0 till the end of turn. If mana was spent from a treasure to activate this ability, that creature also gains Death Touch. Cool. And it's not target other creature, he can target himself. Wizard class is my foil. So, gain next level as a sorcery to add its ability. So, you first put it down, all you have is, you have no maximum hand size. If you play 2 and a blue, it goes to level 2, and when it becomes level 2, you draw 2 cards. And for 4 and a blue, it becomes level 3, which gives you, whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. This is not when it class becomes level 3. It's after you get it to level 3, this happens all the time. That's pretty damn sweet. And that's an uncommon. Wow. Wow. We have found our first dungeon, the Tomb of Annihilation. You got trapped entry, the first room in the damn dungeon. Each player loses 1 life. Then you have your choice of going into the Veils of Fear or the Oubliette. If you go into the Oubliette, you discard a card and sacrifice an artifact, a creature, and a land. If you go to Veils of Fear, first each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card, and then the Sandfall Cell. Each player loses 2 life, and they sacrifice an artifact, creature, or land. And then they go to the next level, which is the Cradle. Both of them go to Cradle of the Death God, where you create the Tropal, a legendary 4/4 Black God horror creature with token with Death Touch. That's nasty. And here he is. He's the token on the other side of the dungeon. He's an ugly son of a bitch, isn't he? I guess that's why he's a horror. This is a special card. It doesn't go in. It's not exactly anything else. It's not like I can really put it with the tokens because it's also a dungeon. Opening up another pack. Okay, I'm sick and tired of pop-ups on my computer screen. You have fucked up for the last time, McAfee. Keeps asking me for money. It's like, oh, you got 8 hours to continue your free trial by paying us. All right, new pack. Fly. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's Fly, all right. Really easy to distinguish. Oh wow, I get a foil forest this time, and a blue dragon. Ooh, that's a nice art on that blue dragon. And we already saw what he does with the lightning breath. Here's a hoarding ogre. Here's where we start rolling d20s, folks. Let me grab a d20. I'm going to grab a d20 and I'm going to roll it whenever I get a d20 card so we can see what I would have gotten. There, a nice big one. Alright, roll a d20. 18. Now, from 1 to 9, I would create a treasure token. And from 10 to 19, which is what I got, I would create 2 treasure tokens. If I had gotten a natural 20, it would have been 3 treasure tokens. Ooh. And here's the Earth Cult Elemental. I'll just do it the first time I come across a card. 11. 1 to 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. Wait a minute, that's too bright. There we go. I'm going to have to alter my lighting slightly. I'm going to move it over here again to see if it does the same thing. Yeah, it washes things out from there on. So I'm moving the light even more. It just doesn't like that spot. So there we go. Hey, focus. There we go. I rolled an 11. It would 1 to 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. 10 to 19, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. Oh, each player from 1 to 9. 10 to 9, I'm safe. 10 to 19. And 20, each opponent sacrifices 2 permanents. That's nice. There's a brazen dwarf. Oh, the dwarves come in red here. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. In fact, I'm going to put the die over there so I don't... Oh, sure, the die comes out nice and clear. That's interesting. Here's the rust monster that I had the alternate art card for. Ingenious Smith. Cute name. I know it's not his. It's not a. And it would be cool if somebody was actually named Ingenious. He's a human artificer with a wall of text. He's one in a white for a 1/1, and let's see what his power is. When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Whenever 1 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Ingenious Smith. This ability triggers only once each turn. So basically, you put it out there. You have a 1/1 with the potential of turning into a 2/2 that turn. And as long as you keep playing artifacts each turn, he keeps getting bigger. Like plate armor, there immediately come across a... Hey, try and ignore the stuff from MTG bot. I only brought it in for Magic the Gathering card information. If you look down in the panel, you'll see about, one of the panels has some really funny symbols in it. That is my voice changer. And if you pay bits, you can change my voice temporarily. So, plate armor costs 2 and a white. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has ward 1. An explanation of ward is given. That's good. Whenever an equipped creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 1. And it has equip 3. Oh, the equip ability costs 1 less to activate for each other equipment you control. So you can get down to 0 if you have 4 equipment out. That's broken. Goblin Javelineer. Say that 10 times fast. Whenever Goblin Javelineer becomes blocked, deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. And he has haste. And he's a 1/1. He's cute. Hate only goes so far. A pointy stick can close the rest of the distance. Poke, poke, poke. Alright, here comes the rare. No, another uncommon. A hulking bugbear. 3/3 with haste for 2 red and 1. Bugbears move with surprising speed for their size and bulk, a fact that has led to the demise of many unwary adventurers. Okay, maybe this is the rare. Oh, yes it is. The Sphere of Annihilation. Sphere of Annihilation enters the battlefield with X void counters on it. When you cast it for 1 black and X. Ooh, it's a black card. It's a black artifact. I love it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Sphere of Annihilation. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it, and all creatures and planewalker cards in graveyards with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it. So you can Zort somebody's board, or everyone's board, and it's only creatures and planeswalkers, and their graveyard. So yikes! This is definitely a card for Commander, because in Commander you need board wipes. Yes, my liquid refreshment is iced tea. Delicious. Okay, wish. Ooh, and a second rare again. I got a wish. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. This you can't play in Commander, but you can play it in regular Magic, and that's what makes it valuable. Just go into your sideboard and I go, I'm gonna make a wish. I wish I had this card, and now I do. And my token, oh, no token this time. Just an ad for Magic Arena, and yeah, that's all an ad. Not useful at all. Oh, did I mention there are different pictures on these things? I did not. He's pretty cool looking. All right. Owlbear is the card. Here we go. It's an owlbear. Don't want to fight an owlbear. It's as wise as an owl, and it's as big as a bear. Nice forest. Ooh, I got a manticore. He's costs 1 black and 3. He's a 2/1. He's got flash, flying, and tail spikes. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Really nice. And that's a common. That's really nice for a common. And here's a piece of equipment, a ranger's longbow. The equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has reach. For 2. That's pretty nice. And equipped for 3. Eltugard Ranger again. Here's Spoils of the Hunt. Yeah, that owlbear. He lifts, bro. He lifts. Spoils of the Hunt. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent to cast this spell. Then the creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. So if you have 3 treasures, you can pop them all in order to hit something for the creature's power +3. That's nice. Every coin helps to rebuild the town they destroyed, is the quote. That's cute. Check for traps. You will hear that said to a thief all the time in the old Magic the Gathering. Now it's rogues. Used to be thieves. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an on-land card from it. Exile that card. If an instant or card with flash is exiled that way, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. Ooh. Relax, I'm a professional. Nice quote. Portable Hole. That's cute. When Portable Hole enters the battlefield, Exile to target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until Portable Hole leaves the battlefield. So basically, you do the old Bugs Bunny, you put out a portable hole, and Elmer Fudd runs and falls into it. Bag of Holding. I know this card. It was the first card from D&D that was incorporated into Magic back in. Whoa, that was 2019? No, 2020. No, it was 2019. Wow, I can't remember the set name, but it was one set based on fairy tales. See, whenever you discard a card, you exile that card from your graveyard. You draw a card and discard a card for 2. And for 4 and tap it, you sacrifice the Bag of Holding to return all the cards exiled with Bag of Holding to their owner's hand. So basically, it holds a whole bunch of cards for you. Things you discard. And you can get them all back at the same time. Fate's Reversal. Return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand and venture into the dungeon. A doom denied, or perhaps delayed. Split the party. You know, they say never split the party. In fact, the flavor text on this is don't. Choose target player. Return half creatures they control to their owner's hand, rounded up. It doesn't say who chooses. I'm pretty sure you get to choose which creatures of your opponents go back to their owner's hands, which is hilarious. Long Island iced teas are delicious, but this is regular iced tea I'm drinking today. And a dragon turtle. He's got flash. He's cost 3 for a 3/5. Wow, that's broken pricing. And he's got drag below. When Dragon Turtle enters the battlefield, tap it and up to 1 target creature and opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap steps. So I guess that's why, because it taps something down, but it also taps itself down. And here's the foil, Devoted Paladin. Beacon of Hope. When Devoted Paladin enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 and Vigilance till the end of turn. And another Tomb of Annihilation. Here's this pack. It has a Illithid, also known as a Mind Flayer, which is very Cthulhu-like, which I think is really cool. Cool Cthulhu. The trick to opening Magic the Gathering packs is don't pull it apart so violently that the cards fall on the floor. And I managed to do that. Okay, this card is Cave of the Frost Dragon. Ooh. That is sweet. You got an adventuring party facing off against a white dragon. They're fucked. Tombs can be a fun time. Here's a swamp. Oh, I got another owl bear. Here's the short version of that picture. The keen senses. He's got trample. Keen senses. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. He's a 4/4 for 5. So it's okay. That's why he's only a common. Leather armor. Equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has ward 1. Equip of 0 though, although you can only activate that once per turn. Here's a Great Axe. Oh, it costs 1. An equipped creature gets +4/+0. It takes 5 to equip it though, because, you know, big fucking axe. Armory Veteran. Long as he's equipped, he has mana. Say, this guy. No, the Great Axe has a quote. If I notice a quote, I'll read it. If you're so mighty, Scaled One, then why are you dead? Death Priest of Merkel. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Power word kill. 1 and a black, destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon creature. 4 things you can't kill with the spell, I guess, in D&D, maybe. Aramil issued a long heroic challenge, and then the Lich felled him with a single word. Nice. Good going, Lich. Don't let those heroes boss you around. Shesra, Death's Whisper. Even her name's a whisper. Shesra. She's got Bewitching Whispers. When she enters the battlefield, target creature blocks this turn if able. And Whispers of the Grave. At the beginning of my end step, if a creature died this turn, I may pay 2 life to draw a card. Nice. She's kind of sweet. She's got that dangerous pretty face. She's a half-elf too. Vampire Spawn. When Vampire Spawn enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Sweet. Because he's a 2/3 for 3 other than that, which is still nice. Unsuccessful vampire hunters often wind up as ravenous spawn. Hey, dude, you got a spare dagger? Yeah, I do. Spare dagger. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, and has, whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice spare dagger. When you do, this card deals 1 damage to any target. Just fling it at somebody in the middle of a fight. Oh, treasure chest. Sacrifice treasure chest, roll a d20. Oops, let's keep it on here. 8. For a 1, it's trapped and I lose 3 life. 2 through 9, I create 5 treasure tokens. Wow. 10 to 19, you gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. And for a 20, search your library for a card. If it's an artifact card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. That's nice. That's a very nice card. Yes, she's a hottie. She's a deadly hottie half-elf, though. Come on, focus. There's too much going on here. There we go. Is it me or is it... No, it's me. Must be my eyes doing stupid things. Wandering Troubadour is a 4/2 for 3 and a green. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield under your control this turn, venture into the dungeon. Nice. And Arcane Teachings. Wait a minute. What's with this symbol here? What the hell? What set is this from? And it's got the little Magic the Gathering symbol down here in the corner, which means it's from an old set. I didn't realize they had those kind of cards in here, but now I know. Awesome. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Dwarves may teach at the speed of stone, but their results are solid. Wow, this is what I got instead of a token. That's pretty damn cool. Check out this dragony boy. Pretty cool. Yes, he's a dragon bard. He's a dragon folk troubadour. Oh, just a mountain. So this is gonna be a pretty card because they do lots of work on their lands. Oh, that's a dwarven household if I ever saw one. That is very pretty. And look, I get a mountain as well. A Neverwinter Dryad. I love all these callbacks to D&D properties that they've already made other games on. So she's got 2 and sacrifice her to search your library for a basic forest, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. That's eh. Swarming Goblins. When Swarming Goblins enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 2. 1 to 9, create 1/1 red goblin creature token. 10 to 19, create 2. And for 20, you create 3. It's nice. Farday's Fireball. Farday's Fireball deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and roll a d20. 1 to 9, Faraday's Fireball deals 2 damage to each player. 10 to 20, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Cute. Spiked Pit Trap. It's got flash, and for 5 and tap it, sacrifice it to choose target creature, then roll a d20. For 1 to 9, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature. For 10 to 20, Spiked Pit Trap deals 5 damage to that creature, and create a treasure token. That's okay. Here's Brunar Battlehammer from Forgotten Realms. He's the main character in the stories with Drizzt the Do'Urden. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to it. You may pay 0 rather than pay equip cost for the first equip ability you activate each turn. Knew I'd find you in trouble if I came out and looked for you. It's a 5/3. Tough son of a bitch, isn't he? Choose your weapon. Choose one. Either 2-weapon fighting, double target creature's power and toughness until the end of turn, or archery. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Move it, Varus, or I'll pick one for you. Cute. Ooh, a black dragon. They don't breathe fire, they breathe acid. In fact, his power is acid breath. I didn't even look. It's just I know a little thing about Magic the Gathering. He's a 4/4 for 5 and 2. That's 7 mana. Why is he so expensive? Because when Black Dragon enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls get -3/-3 till end of turn. So he can immediately kill anything with 3 toughness. Black dragons revel in the collapse of humanoid kingdoms. Basically, he could have killed Brunar just coming onto the scene. Like, I'm here, and Brunar dies. Scaled Herbalist. Here's a lizard folk, a lizard druid. He's 1/3 for 1 green and 1. tap him and you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So he's useful if you have a whole bunch of extra lands in your hand. Not so useful for getting mana. Ooh, Werewolf Pack Leader. Pack Tactics. Whenever Werewolf Pack Leader attacks, if you attack with creatures total power 6 or greater, draw a card. For 3 and a green, until end of turn, Werewolf Pack Leader has base power and toughness 5/3, gains trample, and isn't a human. He just turns into a wolf or a werewolf until the end of turn. Nice. I got the Book of Vile Darkness. 2 more cards and I'll have the set. See, with the Book of Vile Darkness, at the beginning of your end step, if you lost 2 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And then you can tap it and exile the Book of Vile Darkness and artifacts you control named Eye of Vecna and Hand of Vecna to create Vecna, a legendary 8/8 black zombie god creature token with Indestructible. And it gains all the triggered abilities of the exiled cards. This is a nasty, nasty thing, and I love it. Love it. I just hope I get the other 2. Shambling Ghast. When it dies, either brave the stench, where target creature an opponent controls gets -1 or -1, or search the body and create a treasure token. That's cute. And here's a fairy dragon. Oh, he looks happy. Look at that face. Fairy dragons are happy little things, I guess. I guess there's only 3 pictures on the packs. The Illithid, that monk, and that dragon-ish thing. That dragony boy. Alright, this card, Neverwinter Dryad. This is the other picture of Neverwinter Dryad, done as an art card. Coquettish Dryad, indeed. I get a plains this time. And a white dragon. He's got Cold Breath. When he enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. He's a 4/4 for 6. He only costs a 6 because he's got that extra power. Here's the Boots of Speed. He gives the creature +1/+0 and haste. Here's a Dueling Rapier. It's got flash because, you know, rapier fast. When it enters the battlefield, attacks the target creature, and it gives the creature +2/+0. Otherwise, its equip cost is 4. It costs 1 red, so it's much better when it first comes out than later on. It's a good surprise card. Hobgoblin Captain. He's got Pack Tactics. If he attacks creatures total 6 or greater, he gains first strike. Okay. Hobgoblins do not fear death, for those who fall in battle have gained glory eternal. So hobgoblins are a lot like Vikings. Gotcha. Ooh, Warlock class. So at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. If you spend 1 in a black to get it to level 2, when it becomes level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library and put 1 of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. For 6 and a black, it gets to level 3, which gives it, at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Damage causes loss of life. That's just letting you know that it's not just who blah 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 loses 1 life, it's also if you do damage to them. So this is nice. Real nice. Ray of Enfeeblement. Target creature gets -4, -1. If it's white, it gets -4, -4 instead. Take that, white players. I would be sure that Cold Breath would taste better. But I'm not going around kissing dragons or dragonkin. Aragon cried out in pain as a hideous weakness settled into his bones. Monk of the Open Hand. He's got Flurry of Blows. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. His mind is a tranquil meadow, his fists a raging storm. Gretchen Titchwillow. Not Titwillow, Titchwillow. She's a halfling druid. Oh, she's talking to a little mouse. Definitely a druid. For 2, a green and a blue, you draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Plant what you wish to see grow. Listen for the stories you want to hear told. And here's a Feywild Trickster. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. So she's the one that makes this. She's a 2/2 for 2 and a blue. Unlike most warlocks, those who make pacts with the Archfey are drawn to pranks and whimsy more so than death and darkness. And the big card, Old Gnawbone. I got a legendary dragon, folks. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. Yow! And he's a 7/7 for 7 instead of a 4/4 like the mini dragons. The ancient green dragon. Wow, what a name. Clogiliamatar. Wow, that's not such a bad name to pronounce. Gretchen, it's a cute little thing, isn't she? She only comes up to your waist. Not gonna make a joke out of that. I just won't. You can make up your own joke at that. The ancient green dragon Clogiliamatar is often seen with a mangled corpse dangling from her mouth. She's a badass. Gotcha. Check for traps. Quest for the Holy Relic is another previously done card. I think this is a Zendikar card. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may put a quest counter on quest for the Holy Relic. Remove 5 quest counters from the quest for the Holy Relic and sacrifice it to search your library for an equipment card, put it onto the battlefield, and attach it to a creature you control. Then shuffle your library. Boy, White's doubling down on equipment this set. Time to open another Illithid. I'm alternating between the pictures because they're cool. Okay, the dragon's cool and the Illithid's cool. The monk's, he's okay. Alrighty then. Oh, this is getting away from me here. There we go. Iron Golem. Oh, old-timey picture. He's a dangerous looking guy. You don't want to give him a hug. Ouch. Pointy. Got a mountain. Got another manticore. Oh, I got a Feign Death. I like Feign Death. It's good to make creatures come back from the dead. Especially if you put a +1/+1 counter on them. A drastic measure for dangerous times. It's pretty neat. Oh, another manticore. 2 Mandicores, 2 different pictures. Same pack. Interesting. Another spare dagger. Oh, a purple worm. 2 green and 5. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. It's got Ward 2. Good. And it's an 8/7. Oh my god. What the hell? That's nice. Underground civilizations maintain magical barriers around their settlements to deter these monsters. Not to kill them. To deter them. The only thing that could have made it worse is if it had trample. And then it would probably be a rare. Yep, a dungeon map. You tap it to add 1 colorless, and for 3 and tap it, venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Wait, is that a secret door? I can't tell for sure. There's some blood in the way. Looking at the map and there's blood on it. Nice. Oop, I got a red dragon too. So far I've got white, black, and red. I have a green dragon, but she's a legendary. I'm sure they have a plain old green dragon. That bubble gum. Nice. He's got fire breath. When he enters the battlefield, just does 4 damage to each opponent. That's nice. Red dragons consider the world and every creature in it as theirs to command. Here's a dire wolf prowler. For 1 and a green, it gets +2/+2 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. So he's a 4/4 for a turn. Large as horses, dire wolves must hunt often to satisfy their ravenous hunger. A human does little more than blunt their appetite. Interesting. Devour intellect. Oh God. It's a brain with arms and legs. That's wrong. Target opponent discards a card. If mana spent for a treasure to cast this spell, instead that player reveals their hand, you choose the non-land card from it, and then that player discards that card. I'll know what you know soon enough. Nihilor, the Xanathar Guild Spy Master. Oh, we found the guy on the pack. He's the Grand Master of Flowers. I guess he doesn't have an actual name. Oh, he does. It's Bahamut. He's legendary planeswalker Bahamut. As long as Grand Master of Flowers has 7 or more loyalty counters on him, he is a 7/7 dragon god creature token with flying and indestructible. Yikes. Not a token, he's a creature. He gets a +1 to target creature without first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack or block until your next turn. He's also got the +1 of search your library and or graveyard for a card named Monk of the Open Hand, reveal it and put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. That's pretty specific. And I got another Devour Intellect. And treasure. I got me a treasure token. Hey, Grixis Leader. Going good, going good. Opening Adventures in the Forgotten Realms packs. And whenever I come across a new card that has a roll 20 dice, I roll to see what I get. And these art cards are beautiful. Genie Windseer is what's coming up here. Oh, it's an old-timey picture. She's hot. The only thing that's missing is her lower half. So she's half hot. Genie, I'd like to make a wish. I wish you had legs. Okay, I got a plains. Here's a Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. He's got Ward 3. He's blue? Okay, he's a frost giant. That's why he's blue. He just looks like a Viking to me. He's a 4/5 for 5. But that Ward 3 makes him pretty nifty. Contact the other plane. Roll a d20. From 1 to 9, you draw 2 cards. 10 to 19, you scry 2, then draw 2 cards. And for natural 20, you scry 3 and draw 3 cards. That's actually fucking nice. Okay, a pixie guide. Flying and granted advantage. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. That's really nice. But remember, if you put that in your deck, you're putting in a little wimpy creature for that roll thing. You better put a lot of roll cards in there, because otherwise it's not going to be as useful. And if you have 2 pixie guides, by the way, that would be 3 dice you'd roll. And you would ignore the lowest 2. Jeannie Winseer. Oh, here's the other picture for her. She's okay. I mean, I don't think she's as hot as this picture. And also has no legs. She has a tornado for her lower half. Oh, when she enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 to 9, scry 1. 10 to 19, scry 2. And natural 20, scry 3. Cute. Up, I got another white dragon. I got a dragon's disciple. As Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. If you do, or if you control a dragon, Dragon's Disciple enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. Dragons you control have Ward 1. He just protects dragons. We get it. We get it. You like dragons. Temple of the Dragon Queen. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal the dragon card this way, or you control a dragon. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color. Tap to add 1 mana of the chosen color. So, if you're playing a dragon deck, you can put that down for whatever color you choose when you put it down. It's okay. Not great, but it's okay. Another Death Priest of Miracle. The Reaper bids you rise. Yep, I got a dancing sword. Equipped creature gains +2/+1. When equipped creature dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact creature with flying and Ward 1. If you do, it isn't an equipment. Flies around chopping people's arms off. Ooh, it's Sorcerer class. Let's read this one. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. For a blue and a red and get to level 2. Creatures you control have tap, add a blue and a red. Spend that mana only to cast instant and sorcery spell or to gain a class level. Whoa, wait a minute. So if you have 5 creatures out and you spend the 2 mana to get to level 3, you could tap all those creatures to get to level 2. You could tap all those creatures and get to level 3. Okay, and level 3, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, that spell deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of instants and sorcery spells you've cast this turn. This card is begging to be put in a storm deck. Another Neverwinter Dryad. And another treasure. Opening another pack. Uh-oh. Note, folks, you can down there in the panels, you can change my voice temporarily. It's fun. Demi-Lich. Tiny Undead. Challenge 18. Armor class 20. Hit points 80. What the hell is this? What is this card? Oh, I see. Instead of having the information of what the card is here, instead it has the stats from Magic the Gathering or from D&D on it. Attacks are Howl, Life Drain, and Vile Curse, and they have a really nifty picture for it. That's actually really cool. Hard to remember which way is the up first if you're not paying attention. Forest. Here's the Genie Windseer, the other version, the cooler version. Goblin Javelineer. A Valor Singer. He's a Tiefling Bard. He's got Combat Inspiration. At the beginning of combat, target creature you control gains +1/+0 at the end of turn. Well, hopefully I'll open up really good cards like that. What I'm really hoping for are the Hand and Eye of Vecna, because I already have the Book of Vile Deeds. I mean, it's... Where'd you go? Where'd you go, book? The Book of Vile Darkness. So sweet. You're ambushed on a road. Some of these cards are just shit you hear at a D&D game. You choose one, you make a retreat, which means target creature you control returns to owner's hand, or you stand and fight, where target creature gets +1/+3 till the end of turn. Hand over your loot and no one gets hurt. Rally Maneuver. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike till the end of turn. Up to one other target creature gets +0/+2 and gains lifelink until the end of turn. Don't give up. You are steel and fire, and victory is yours to seize. Yeah, that's definitely a white card. Even sounds self-righteous. Here's a Lurking Roper. Oh god, Ropers. Ropers are nasty. Lurking Roper doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, untap Lurking Roper. You see, stalactites grew down from the ceiling, while the stalagmites reach... Ah! That's not a stalagmite. Dead. Tresalara Moon Dancer. Trelasara. I switched the L and the S. So a 2/2 for 2, so she's a bear. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Trelasara Moon Dancer. Why does Tresalara sound like a better version of that name? And Scry 1. Nice. Eilistrei teaches us that we are not bound by the circumstances of our birth. We may find beauty and light if we have the courage to seek them. She's an elf cleric, and she's green and white. Okay. You find a cursed idol. Shit your D&D DM says. You choose one. You smash it to destroy target artifact. You lift the curse to destroy target enchantment. Or you steal its eyes to create a treasure token and venture into the dungeon. I've got to steal its eyes. Oh, that's horrible. Up, another wish. That's great. I only play Commander with regular cards, with paper cards, though. And here's Paladin class. Oh, self-righteous little pricks. Okay, it only costs 1 white. Spells your opponents cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. And level 2 is creatures you control get +1/+1. Level 3, whenever you attack... Wait a minute. You mean it gets 3 static effects? It doesn't have one where it says, when it gets to this turn, or when it comes into play, when it gets to this level, blah, blah, blah. No, it's all static. White's cheating again. White is cheating again. Whenever you attack until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. That's broken for 1 mana. Abso-fucking-lutely broken. That card is going to get a lot of people in trouble. I'm going to break up a lot of friendships. Here's Burning Hands for my foil. Does 2 damage to each target creature or planeswalker. If those permanents are green, it deals 6 damage instead. A simple fire spell that grows in intensity along with its caster. And up, I got my second dungeon, the Lost Mine of Phandelver. The cave entrance, you scry 1. Then you have a choice of going into the Goblin Lair or the Mine Tunnels. Goblin Lair, you create a 1/1 red goblin. Mine Tunnels, you create a treasure token. Now from the Goblin Lair, you can go to the storeroom and put a +1/+1 counter on target creatures. In Mine Tunnels, you can go to fungi, whichever way you like to pronounce it, cavern, where target creature gets -4/-0 until your next turn. Both of them could lead instead to the Dark Pool, where each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And then the last one is the Temple of Dumathoin, where you draw a card. Oh, look, it's a Skelly Man. You'd think it had it would have a goblin token because, you know, it makes a goblin. But I guess not. Time to open a new pack. Oh, up. Yeah, thanks, Scullin. Thank you very much. Scullin still being the #1 thug. Giving a gift sub to Grixis Leader. All right. Next up, Bar the Gate. In other words, let's tear this portal asunder. It took me a second to realize what the picture was of, because Bar the Gate makes me think of, you know, castle sieges. Here's a mountain. Here's a Knoll Hunter. Knolls are ugly little suckers. Got Pack Tactics, which puts a +1/+1 counter on him. Okay. Vampire Spawn. Inspiring Bard. He's an elf bard, and he's got Bardic Inspiration. Target creature gets +2/+2, or the Song of Rest, where you gain 3 life. Wake up, my friends! There are deeds to be done and treasures to be won! I can hear the fucking lute just reading that. Here's a Sylvan Shepherd. Vigilance, and when it attacks, roll a d20. 1 to 9, you gain 1 life. 10 to 19, you gain 2 life. 20, you gain 5 life. Nice. Here's Cleric class. Also for 1 white. Let's see how white is cheating this time. If you would gain your life, you gain that much life +1. Level 2, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And level 3, also, oh, this one's actually normal. It has one that says, when this class becomes level 3, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. Even if when it does do a single shot, it's like super good. White cheats. White cheats. Just remember I said that. Here's the Moon-Blessed Cleric, a 3/2 for 3 with Divine Intervention. When Moon-Blessed Cleric enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. Selûne guides her devotees with majestic wisdom and grace. Demogorgon's Clutches. Target opponent discards two cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. The good will be corrupted, the kind will be devoured, and all will be dragged into the bottomless abyss. Great quotes. Great quotes, man. Swarming Goblins again. And another Genie Windseeker. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. If you control 2 or more other lands, Hive of the Eye Tyrant enters the battlefield tapped. You tap him to add 1 black, and for 3 and a black until end of turn, Hive of the Eye Tyrant becomes a 3/3 black beholder creature with menace, and whenever this creature attacks, exile target card from defending player's graveyard. It's still a land. Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. Got a Prosperous Innspeaker. Wow. When Prosperous Innkeeper enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield of your control, you gain 1 life. Nice. Another treasure. Yes, I'm pronouncing treasure incorrectly. It's a holdover joke in my brain from Mystery Science Theater 3000. I believe the movie was The Hand of Manos. There's somebody in there who's talked about finding some treasure. Oh, I got a Zorn. It's a medium elemental, challenge rating 5, armor class 19, 73 hit points, 20-foot speed, and a 20-foot burrow speed. Its attacks are Earth Glide, Treasure Sense, Claw, and Bite. How is Treasure Sense an attack? Strength is its biggest thing, and Wisdom and Dex are its dump stats. This is a nasty looking thing. On a beautifully done piece of art. An island. I don't think I got one. Whoa. I got a dungeon module. Evolving Wilds. Sacrifice Evolving Wilds, search your library for a basic land card, and put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. It's Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Module C7 Evolving Wilds, an adventure for character levels 1 to 4. Here's an Underdark Basilisk. It's got Death Touch. It's a 1/2. See how the statues all have chunks spitting out of them? We're dealing with a basilisk, or I'm a froghemoth. Froghemoth. Froghemoth is a hard word to say. And that's Larissa Kyrillin, the Learned Warlock. A learned warlock who apparently thinks froghemoths are a thing. Compelled Duel. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn and must be blocked this turn if able. You might be 4 times my size, but I will not be ignored. A bullet, a bullet. Don't know how to pronounce that properly. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Bullet. Capable of moving swiftly through even tightly packed earth and leaping surprising distance above ground. Bullets are difficult to escape once they've caught the scent of prey. Ray of Frost, flash and enchantment. When Ray of Frost enters the battlefield, if enchanted creature is red, tap it. As long as enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. And enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Ooh, nasty. Targnar, Demon Fang, Knoll. And Legendary Knoll. He's got Pack Tactics that gives him +1/+0 until the end of turn. And you can double his power and toughness until the end of turn for 2, a green and a red. And if you're using green, you could stack that to have a lot of mana to pump him up a couple times. Loathsome Troll. Roll a d20. For 13. 1 to 9, put a Loathsome Troll on top of your library. 10 to 19, return Loathsome Troll to your hand. Or natural 20, return Loathsome Troll to the battlefield tapped. Only if he's in the graveyard. That's nice. He's a green creature that comes back from the graveyard, folks. Green creature. Not Clarissa, though. She's missing the C. This is Larissa. Wonder why she's explaining something. No, you see a pair of goblins. We're back to shit DMs say. You either charge them, creatures you control get +2/+0 until the end of turn, or you befriend them and create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Hey, would you like some beer? We like beer. You our friend now. I have the shot. Shall I take it? That's Varys, the Silvery Moon Ranger. Or every main character in sniper movies. I have the shot. Shall I take it? Hamapashar, Ruin Seeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Someone took time to carve these inscriptions. The least we can do is care enough to read them. Oh God, it's Indiana Jones as a wizard. No, she's Indiana Jones as a wizard. Westgate Regent. He's a 4/4 for 5. He must have something nifty about him. Flying, ward, discard a card. So they have to discard a card in order to cast a spell on him. Cool. And whenever he deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on him so he could double in damage. Jeez. I love this. This is a nice guy. Elf Rogue, whenever Soul Knife Spy deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. My psychic blade cuts the mind and severs thoughts. Even if you survive, you'll never remember I was here. Nice. What is the list? Fairy Dragon. Opening a pack. Alrighty then. Magic Missile. I cast Magic Missile. That's a nice picture. These art cards are fucking awesome. And I got a foil mountain. Here's the Iron Golem. Oh wait, what does he do? He attacks and blocks each turn if possible. He's got Vigilance and he's a 5/3 for 4. Nice. You come to the Knoll camp. Back to shit DMs say. Choose one. Intimidate them. Up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. Or you fend them off. Target creature gets +3 minus +1 until end of turn. Easy now, everyone. I'll take care of this. That was Nadar who said that. Huh? Here's a Knoll Hunter again. Oh no, I don't think I got the hunter last time. Pack tactics, it gives it +1/+1, +1/+1 counter. Yipping and cackling, the hunters are tore through the village, leaving nothing but snapped bones and burning homes in their wake. And here's the half-elf monk again, smacking the shit out of something with her stunning strike. Divine Smite. Target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls phases out. If that permanent is black, exile it again. Exile it instead. So basically, this is a never mind. I'm gonna avoid the Black Lives Matter joke. What darkness closes in around us? My blade will light our path. When darkness, sorry. I got a Drider. Half drow, half spider. More like 1/4 drow, 3/4 spider. Baby got back indeed. He's got reach, of course, because spider. Whenever Drider deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature token with menace and reach. Though their forms embody Lolth's image, Driders are those unfortunate drow who have failed the Spider Queen. I'm waiting to get a Spider Queen. I want Loth. Is it too much to ask for Loth, a Hand of Vecna, and a Eye of Vecna? Here's the Reaper's Talisman. Whenever equipped creature attacks, it gains Death Touch till the end of turn. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's nice. That's nice. Deadly Dispute. As an additional cost to casting the spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. That's a pretty ring. Trade you my knife for it. You need the sound effect of a knife going into flesh at that point. Rust Monster. First strike. He's a funny looking thing. Book of Exalted Deeds. Basically the opposite of the of my book. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying. For 3 white and tap, exile the Book of Exalted Deeds, put an enlightened counter on target angel. It gains you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Activate only as a sorcery. White cheating again, just so you know. I told you it cheats. Scion of Stygia. Cone of Cold. When it enters the battlefield, choose target creature an opponent controls, then roll a d20. 1 to 9, tap that creature, and 10 to 20, tap it, and it doesn't untap. Magic Minigame. Booster Blitz. Here's a fairy dragon on the other side. Let's see this minigame. Objective, best your opponent in a series of Magic games using only the cards in a single pack. Each player opens a pack and makes 4 face-down piles of 3 cards, using the Magic cards inside. Players make their piles with the goal of winning a series of Magic games with modified rules. Players start at 5 life, have infinite mana, and cannot lose by drawing from an empty library. So, randomly determine who goes first. Each player chooses which pile their opponent will use for each round. Then both players draw all 3 of their cards and play a game of Magic. When a player loses the game, they get to go first in the next game. To win, the first player to win 2 games wins the match. That's actually pretty cool. All you use 2 packs of Magic and have fun. That's the kind of Magic I like. Nope, none of this competitive shit, none of this meta. Meta standing for, I can't remember what meta stands for. Most efficient tactics available. Oh, I got a Manticore. Large Monstrosity, Challenge 3. Armor class 14. What's its dump stat? Charisma. Nobody likes the Manticore. Oh yeah. Nice picture. I got a foil plains. Oh, I got an alternate art of Trelisara, Moon Dancer. Yeah, I said her name right this time. Scaled Herbalist. Again. Another Neverwinter Dryad. Ah, there's the standard picture of an owlbear. He's still got guns galore. Owlbears definitely bring the gun show. Burning Hands. Chaos Channeler, a human Shama. Wild Magic Surge. Whenever Chaos Channeler attacks, roll a d20. 1 to 9, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. 10 to 19, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Or 20, it does it for 3 cards. Gotcha. There's the Iron Golem, again. Attacks or blocks each combat if able. Yep. Ray of Frost, again. Oop, I got an adult gold dragon. Flying, lifelink, haste, a 4/3 for 5. Gold dragons are the greatest of the metallic dragons in size, power, and wisdom, and often take it upon themselves to safeguard mortal communities from evils that might threaten them. Fuck you, gold dragon. True polymorph. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. Maybe a little too convincing is the quote. That's a nice card. And it's an instant. Just nasty. I'm going to attack you with this giant elephant monster. Well, I turned it into my mouse. My gerbil. Oh, hamster. Wait. It's not a gerbil. He's a hamster. He's a Gloom Stalker. As long as you completed a dungeon, he has double strength. Nice. Extra special card. Ancient Den. Ancient Den isn't a spell. Tap to add 1 white to mana pool. That's it. Tajnard, Throne of Raksha, Throne of Raksha Golden Cub, destined leader of the Leonine Pax. That's a lot of words. A lot of funny words there. Opening up another pack. I got 15 or 16 more packs to go. Half of Storm Giants. No, Hall of Storm Giants. Sorry. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'll put it down here. It's the gloss. Island. Kalain, reclusive painter. Half human, half elf bard. When Kalain, reclusive painter, enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. Black and red. He's interesting. Arcane Investigator. Search the room. Ooh. 1 to 9, draw a card. 10 to 20, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Scion of Stygia again. Soul Knife Spy again. Another, oh, a green dragon this time. Flying and Poison Breath. Stormy Giants. That's Stormy Daniels, sir. Stormy Daniels. And a certain former president is also very aware of her talents. Okay, when Green Dragon enters the battlefield, until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. That's cool. Green dragons take special pleasure in corrupting the good-hearted. So do I, actually. That's cool. We have something in common. Here's that wandering dragon bard troubadour. You happen on a glade. God damn it. These things that GMs say. Choose one. You either journey on, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, and put them in your hand, then shuffle. Or you make camp, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Delver's Torch. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. And when it attacks, venture into the dungeon. Nice. Not all of us have dark vision, okay? That's why you need the Delver's Torch. When the elves and the freaking dwarves are like far ahead of you, and you're walking around, oh, I got the Eye of Vecna now. Ooh, Eye of Vecna. Oh yeah. Wait. When Eye of Vecna enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 2 life. So if you make Vecna, he gets that power. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card and you lose 2 life. Eye of Vecna. Oh, the quote. I see all things as they truly are. I see decay in all flesh and betrayal in every heart. Oh no, the gelatinous cube. Engulf. When gelatinous cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature and opponent controls until gelatinous cube leaves the battlefield. And dissolve. For 1 black and X, you put target creature card with mana value X exiled with the gelatinous cube into its owner's graveyard. I got a green dragon with a different art for another foil, just barely foil. A nuisance engine. An artifact for 3, for 2 and tap it. Put a 0/1 colorless pest artifact creature token onto the battlefield. All Auriok children know the tale. Bulgri and the Long Day of Squashing. Why does that make me think of James and the Giant Peach? Yes, I'm almost there. I've got the book of Vile, whatever it is, and the Eye of Vecna. All I need is the hand now, and I'll have the trio of really nice shit. All right. Next one is Phaedra, Devil's Chosen. Whoa! I want her. Where is she in this deck, in my packs? She's hot, and she's hot. Kind of woman you want to go out and paint the town red with your enemy's blood. Oh, look at the Direwolf Prowler. He's such a puppy. That is cute. He is cute. Oh, this guy's got a puppy too. Hill Giant Herd Gorger. When he enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. A shepherd's crook is useful for cleaning bits of wool out of the teeth. How big is that dog if the sheep are that size? Jesus Christ. That's a dire basset hound. No, not basset hound, sorry. The rescue dog, St. Bernard. It's not just a St. Bernard. They're big enough. This is a dire St. Bernard. Because he's got to be the size of a horse, at least. If sheep are that size. Find the path. Enchant land. When it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. And it makes the land get add 2 green instead of its usual shit. Nice. Clever Conjurer. Mage Hand. Untap target permanent not named Clever Conjurer. Because as you know, from the old arguments, or if you're a D&D fan, everyone was like, can I make Mage Hand and have it carry me? No. No. Mage Hand can't carry you. Go away. Activate only as a sorcery. I'm always happy to lend a hand. Broomch. May I cast magic missile? You know, it looks okay there, but really looks good here. Really looks good here. I cast magic missile. Here's wizard class. I've already read that one. Sudden insight. Draw a card for each different mana value among non-land cards in your graveyard. A lucky draw from the deck of many things gave Voltusk an inexplicable flash of understanding that he spent the rest of his life trying to repeat. Aww. Hobgoblin Captain again. You hear something on watch. Shit GM say. Either arouse the party, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn, or set off traps. The spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. That works. My D&D-esque music stopped. Let's restart it. There we go. Asmodeus the Archfiend. Nice. He's a devil god. Even nicer. He costs 4 and 2 black. He's a 6/6 for 6. That's really nice. For 3 black, you draw 7 cards. Oh man, I love this guy. For 1 black, return all the cards exiled with Asmodeus the Archfiend until the owner's hand until you lose that much life. If you would draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down instead. So, you can have 7, for 3 black mana, just 7 cards go right into exile. And then for a 4th black mana, you'll lose 7 life, but you'll get those 7 cards. That's nice. The Boots of Speed. And the Tomb of Annihilation again. Got 3 of those. They must be commons. There's a 3rd dungeon that I haven't gotten yet. Alright, contact other plane. Oh, it's got like gold embossed name on here, Branwyn, who is the artist, Why did they do that for that card and none of the others? Now I have to look at the other cards. Just give me a second. So, only the Brandman so far. Why did they do that? My question is, did they do that on all of the contact other planes, or did I get something extra special? Somebody's getting banned. First, I'm reporting his ass. Where is the problem? What? Why does it make it so hard to report these things now? Well, he's blocked now. Venturing beneath the desert sands, you've discovered an alien power pulsing with inconceivable energy. That doesn't sound like planes to me. Except for the words desert sands. And that would be desert. I have deserts. Goblin Javelineer. You find a cursed idol again. Silver Raven. Artifact bird, it's blue for a blue. Flying, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. Wings take flight on whispered wind. Sounds like the beginning of a spell. Plundering Barbarian. Wow, it didn't say you find a chest. Why isn't it named you find a chest? Oh, because it's a creature. Yeah. When it enters the battlefield, either smash the chest or pry it open. Destroy target artifact or create a treasure token. Teacher token? That'd be funny. Lightfoot Rogue. Actually, I don't think I've gotten this. So let's see what I gotten. It's a 4, huh? 1 to 9. When he attacks, he gains Death Touch early in the turn. For 10 to 19, he gets +1/+0 in Death Touch. And for 20, a Natch 20 +3, he gains First Strike in Death Touch. Yeah, he nasty. The Trickster's Talisman again. Very nice. Making copies of things. Another Feywild Trickster. The Dawnbringer Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, either cure wounds, gaining 2 life, dispel magic to destroy an artifact, or gentle repose to exile a card from a graveyard. Spiked Pit Trap. It's got flash. For 5 and tap it, you roll a die. 1 to 9, it deals 5 damage to that creature. 10 to 20, deals 5 damage to that creature and create a treasure token. Ooh, Rogue class. Black and blue, my favorites. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it for as long as it remains exiled. For 1 and a black and a blue, I get to level 2, where creatures I control gain menace. And for 2 and a black and blue, I get to level 3. You may play cards exiled with Rogue class, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Nice. Very nice. I like. You're ambushed on a road. Yep, I saw that. Another in foil at least this time. Ooh, Spider. Step on Spider. Sorry. Nobody knows that song who isn't not affiliated, familiar with the group. They Might Be Giants. All right. Oh, Dragon Turtle. Gargantuan Dragon Challenge level 17. Wow, challenge 17. Yikes. Armor class 20. Hit points 341. Yeah. Bite, Claw, Tail, and Steam Breath. Yow. Its dump stats are Dex and Int, but really, they don't matter right now. What matters is those huge ass teeth. Look at him. He's a pretty boy. Yeah, Hungry Turtle Dragon. Where's that Dragon Turtle? Dragon Turtle. You got a shiny swamp. As you trudge through the sewers of Baldur's Gate, it dawns on you. Where are all the rats? Shattering skeletons. The alternate picture. Cute. Charmed Sleep. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature, and it doesn't untap during the untap step. That's all. Shortcut Seeker. Whenever a Shortcut Seeker deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Ah, the old trapdoor under the rug trick. This is almost too easy. Yuan Ti Fangblade. It's a snake person. Snake Rogue. Death Touch, 2/2 for 3. Whenever it deals combat damage, venture into the dungeon. The air is sweet with a taste of your fear. Intrepid Outlander. An Orc Ranger. Yeah. He's got Reach. Pack Tactics. And it gives him... that lets you venture into the dungeon. That's cool. That's cool. The 2/3 for 2 is nice. You see a pair of goblins. Oh, a Battle Cry Goblin. It's a 2/2 for 2, so he's a bear with an extra power or 2. For 1 in a red, goblins you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until the end of turn. Pack Tactics say whenever Battle Cry Goblin attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. So you can get an extra goblin out there. That's a Baleful Beholder. When it enters the battlefield, either have it do Anti-Magic Cone, each opponent sacrifices an enchantment, or a Fear Ray, creatures you control gain menace until the end of turn. Nice. Prosperous Innkeeper. Yep, I know him. Hall of Storm Giants. Here's that card that I got a alternate art card for. I like the alternate art better. Where are you? There you are. I mean, what looks better? Here, Atlantis here, or this? Yeah, I like this better. Hey, Marketing Mark, how you doing? Fear tastes like chicken. Yeah. If you've got fear, then you're definitely chicken. Here's an Air Cult Elemental. It's got Flying and Whirlwind, where when it enters the battlefield, return up to one other target creature to its owner's hand. Elemental Evil distorts the natural elements, limiting them to aspects of destruction. Hey Mark, nice. Thank you for the cheer. If you'll look Down there, there's a panel, special. You can change my voice if you just spend some tokens. I know you might have spent all of your tokens just now, but so you know, I've installed that. I'll give you a taste, just a taste. Because this is funny.
I mean, I could sound like a baby. I am baby.
You heard that, huh? That's funny. Just a taste. Have you... Oh, I got the lost mine of Phandelver again. Down to 12 packs. So yeah, I could sound like a chipmunk. That would be funny. Okay, Minsk, beloved ranger. Oh, he's the guy with the hamster. The hamster named Boo. Yes, Magic the Gathering now has a hamster. And a dude who has a hamster for a pet. Okay, now it's getting blurry. Okay, got a mountain. Baleful Beholder again. Just the original picture. Another Air Cult Elemental. A Rime Shield Frost Giant. Shocking Grasp. Target creature gets -2/-0 till the end of turn and draw a card. Metal Armor, a poor choice. Here's Gretchen Titchwillow again. Druid class. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. For 2 and a green, you get to level 2, where you may play an additional land on each of your turns. And for 4 and a green, you get to level 3. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. It's still a land. Not till the end of turn, it just turns into a creature. Nice. Wild Shape. Choose one. Until the end of turn, target creature you control has that base power and toughness, and becomes that creature type and gains that ability. A 1/3 turtle with hexproof, a 1/5 spider with reach, or a 3/3 elephant with trample. Nice. Here's a lurking roper. Ropers are said to be very nasty. Here's another Drider. Drow spider. Oh, here's Minsk. I got him as a card. When Minsk, beloved ranger, enters the battlefield, create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. For X mana, until the end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. So you can have a giant hamster. A giant hamster. I'll repeat, a giant hamster. That's fucking funny. That is funny. Very, very funny. Another Underdark Basilisk, but this is foil this time. Roll for initiative. It's a zombie. This is a forest. Let's take a look. That's nice. I mean, they look like green stalagmites and stalactites, but I guess it counts as a forest. And here's a forest. This is Dungeon Module U4, Temple of the Dragon Queen. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped, unless you reveal the dragon card this way or you control a dragon. And when it enters, you choose a color, and you can tap to add 1 mana of the chosen color. Dungeons and Dragons. Bull's Strength. Yeah, giant hamster would strike fear in many foes. I mean, it's a fucking hamster. At small sizes, they gnaw through wires and annoy people. A giant one, I don't know. And in fact, he has a quote on him, which is probably from Minsk. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. Hamster in your eyes? That scares me. Bull's Strength, target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample and untap it. As the iron bars of the portcullis parted like reeds, the defenders of the keep suddenly felt much less secure. She's mad. This is one angry blonde. You see a guard approach. I swear, there's like a quarter of these cards are shit that DM says. Either distract the guard, tap target creature, or hide. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Looks like we've got company. Kick in the door. That's shit barbarians say. Put a +1/+1 on target creature. Creature gains haste until end of turn and can't be blocked by walls because it kicks in doors. Ventured into the dungeon. We tried your way, now we do it my way. Jim, barbarian, I knew it, of Baldur's Gate. I knew it was fucking barbarian. Oh, it's a blink dog. They're the bestest teleporty boy. And I'm going to turn off this light. Yeah, it seems to have helped. So 1/1 for 3. So, but it has double strike and power called teleport for 3 and a white. It phases out. Blink dogs protect the wild places of the world, driving away evil influences. And here's the okay. These two creatures are mortal enemies. So if blink dogs are like dogs, then displacer beasts are cats. When displacer beast enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. And for 3 and a blue, displacement is its power. Return displacer beast to its owner's hand. The only place you can be sure of, you can be sure it's not, is wherever it appears to be. In Dungeons and Dragons, displacer beasts are creatures with basically it's an illusion power where they seem to be somewhere at least 3 feet away from where they actually are. So it's very hard to fight them because you have to swing somewhere it isn't, and you have to learn not to dodge the thing that's attacking you because it's not there. Here's Kalain, the Reclusive Painter again. When he enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, and other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 for each treasure spent to cast them. See, this picture is better than the old one from whatever Magic D&D supplement he came out of. Here's another inspiring bard. Improvised weaponry. Improvised weaponry deals 2 damage to any target. Create a treasure token. Anything can be a weapon if you swing it hard enough. Now, I can't see what she's swinging yet. Some sort of idol. Richard Gere, no, Richard Gere knows gerbils, Scullin, gerbils. Gerbils and how to jam them. Skeletal Swarming, black and green. It's an enchantment, one of my favorite things in Magic. Each skeleton you control has trample, attacks each combat if able, and gains +X/+O, where X is the number of other skeletons you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If a creature died this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead. Do you hear me? It has trample, attacks each combat, and gets +X/+O, which is the number of other skeletons you control. So if you have 10 skeletons out, they each get +10/+O. Oh, +9/+O. Wait. Yeah, other skeletons, +9/+O. So, and they already have trample from this. This is a sweet card. Here's a Horde Robber. Not a Horde Robber, he robs hordes. Whenever Horde Robber deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And to think, a year ago, I was picking pockets in Waterdeep. This is a wolf. A 2/2 green wolfie. Yes, a swarm of skeletons is now a dangerous thing. And there's that tiefling warlock that gives them gives all skeletons +1/+1. So that's cool too. Uh-oh, I get a big Blink Dog picture. Oh, Blink Dogs count as Fae. Interesting. Challenge rating 1/4 because they're not really attackers. They got bite and teleport. But isn't this the goodest boy? Yeah, it's a swamp. Another Underdark Basilisk. Here's the original picture. That's cool. Thieves' Tools, an artifact. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, and equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is 3 or less. Which is really nice. Here's the Horde Robber again. Here's a Hired Hexblade, an elf warlock, and when he enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure card was spent to cast it, draw a card and lose 1 life. I'll take care of it. You just be sure to hold up your end of the deal. Goblin Morningstar. Any equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has trample. Equipped for 1 in a red, and when it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 to 9, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, and from 10 to 20, Create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, then attach Goblin Morningstar to it. Nice. Here's another hulking bugbear in his normal picture. Bugbears move with surprising speed. Okay, I read this one already. Cool. Tiger Tribe Hunter again. Boots of Speed. And a Veteran Dungeoneer. What's the big... Ooh. Den of the Bugbear. It's a land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Den of the Bugbear enters the battlefield tapped. Add red, or for 3 and a red until end of turn, Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature with, whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature that's tapped and attacking. It's still a land. Nice. And here's a Yuang Ti Fangblade. Finally, the third dungeon. Dungeon of the Mad Maze. First you go into the Yawning Portal and gain 1 life. Then you get to the dungeon level and scry 1. From there you can either go to the Goblin Bazaar where you create a treasure token, or the Twisted Caverns where a target creature can't attack until your next turn. After that you go to the Lost level and scry 2. From there you can either go to the Runestone Taverns where you exile the top 2 cards of your library and may play them, or the Murals Graveyard. You create 2 1/1 black skeleton creature tokens. Oh, ding ding ding, skeletons. Then you go to the Deep Mines and scry 3, and from there you go to the Mad Wizard's Lair. Draw 3 cards and reveal them. You may cast 1 of them without paying its mana cost. Ooh. I like the Dungeon of the Mad Maze. But yeah, that's definitely that skeleton stuff is working. Wonder how many skeletons I have, or skeleton-based cards. Oh, it's a basilisk. A medium monstrosity. Yeah, watch out for this fucker. He will eat your face. Look at this poor guy. He's like, ah! Here's a mountain. Ah, the original picture for Cloister Gargoyle. Oh, a mimic. It's a treasure. You can either sacrifice it to add 1 mana of any color, or you can spend 2 and becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Very dangerous. Grim Bounty. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Create a treasure token. Freed from the need to pay tribute to the dragon, the villagers gladly paid the dragon slayers instead. Here's Devour Intellect again with the Walking Brain. Hunter's Mark again. Another blue dragon. Another purple worm. A Shambling Ghast. When Shambling Ghast... Okay, yeah, I know what this is. An Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Psionic Spells. When an Aberrant Mind Sorcerer enters the battlefield, choose target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, then roll a d20. From 1 to 9, you may put that card on top of your library, or 10 to 20, return that card to your hand. And white gets a Teleportation Circle. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you can control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Hold on to your lunch, Bartleby the Gnome Wizard. I'd like to mention, white cheats. I've said this every good white freaking card that comes out here. Just if you need something bounced, that'll bounce it. Here's a half-elf monk in foil. Nice. And Victimize. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard, sacrifice a creature. If you do, return those chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. Die. But die knowing that your pathetic life will yield a great bounty for me. I like it. Opening packs and handing out smacks. That's what I'm doing. Alrighty then. Bag of holding is the picture. Ooh, this is a better I like this better. It's a nice close-up. Jamming a whole loot in there. So here's an island. Here's a bulette. You find the villain's lair. Another what the shit DM says. You choose one, you foil their schemes to counter target spell, or you learn their secrets, drawing 2 cards and then discarding 2 cards. Give me a moment. I almost have it. I have you now. Minimus Containment. Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent is a treasure artifact with tap sacrifice. Yeah. This artifact add 1 mana of any color, and it loses all other abilities. If it was a creature, it's no longer a creature. So, yeah. That's funny. It's like, sure, you can keep that guy. He's just a treasure now. Herald of Hadar. His power is Circle of Death. For 5 and or black, you roll a d20. 1 to 9, each opponent loses 2 life. 10 to 19, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Or 20, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life, and you create 2 treasure tokens. Nice treasure. Skullport Merchant. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. And you can, for 1 and a black, sacrifice another creature or a treasure token to draw a card. Buy something or get out. He's a gruff little son of a bitch. Here's a prosperous innkeeper again. You meet in a tavern. Oh, definitely shit a GM would say. Choose one, either form a party. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Or start a brawl. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Grim Bounty again. Another Blink Doggy. Here's Den of the Bugbear, the normal picture. A Pixie Guide, flying and granted advantage. And another treasure. Lots of treasure in this game. It's a 20-sided die. It was originally used in, of course, Magic the Gathering. And you have to roll it for the game, for some of the cards in the game now. Flame Skull. A tiny undead. Aww. He's just a little flaming skull. That's cute. He looks angry, but oh, you're so cute. Swamp. Oh, here's the original picture for Mimic. Dawnbringer Cleric again. Priest of Ancient Lore, a dwarf cleric. When he enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. We are a product of our ancestors.
the apotheosis of countless noble generations. Speak their names with reverence and they will guide your path.
That's what I think he would sound like. Celestial Unicorn. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Celestial Unicorn. When all hope fails, its light remains. Wonder if they made enough unicorns for people to make a unicorn deck yet. Grim Wanderer. Tragic backstory. Oh, this card might as well say Summon Edgelord. Hello. Hello, Melody. What are you doing? One of my cats is yelling at me to pay attention to her. Cast this spell only if a creature died this turn. So its tragic backstory. No, you are not jumping up on this table. Someone has to die for him to become an adventurer. Goblin Warlock. That's a weird combination. There's a stillness that walks with him, the quiet that follows great tragedy, when even the mourners are too exhausted to weep. Look, you can come and sit with me, as long as you behave, okay? You try and get on this table, there's going to be trouble. Here's Hama Pashar again. Doubles the bonuses and detriments of the dungeons. You find some prisoners. Yes, she is a lovely little kitty. Very evil. Wants to disrupt my show. So you find some prisoners, either break their chains, destroy target artifact, or interrogate them. Exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card, and you may pay mana as though it was mana of any color to cast it. I like that. Okay, get down. You're squirming too much. Down you go. Loathsome Troll again with his big ass nose. He looks like a troll version of Gru from Despicable Me. Minion of the Mighty. Creature, Kobold. Pack Tactics. Whenever Minion of the Mighty attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, you may put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Just summon a dragon without having to pay any mana. Poof. He's a 0/1. So they'll kill him very fast if they don't want dragons popping out your ass. Here's Volo, Guide to Monsters. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. Nice. Cridle of Baldur's Gate. Legendary creature. He's a human elf rogue, so he's a half-elf. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card. Then you gain 1 life and scry 1. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature can't be blocked this turn. So I can just send Cridle in there and make him unblockable. Nice. And he's black and blue, my favorite color combination. And here's the Lost Mines of Phandelver again. And he's the Skeleton. Getting near the end, folks. Getting near the end. At the end, I'll go through the rares and the art cards. Again, just to look at them. Cloistered Gargoyle. Let's see which picture it is of it. Ah, it's the classic. Old school D&D. Here's the planes. Oh look, I got Phaedra, the Devil's Chosen. She's a tiefling warlock. She's got the Dark One's own luck. Whenever you roll one or more dice, Phaedra, Devil's Chosen, gains flying and menace until the end of turn. If any of those results was a 10 or higher, draw a card. Ooh, she's helpful. I like her. Potion of Healing. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. White, tap and sacrifice it to gain 3 life. Magic can knit the body back together, but the courage to fight on comes only from within. Steadfast Paladin again. Lifelink, Dwarf Knight. When I made my oath to Moradin, I left selfishness and cowardice behind. Every battle I make that commitment anew. Devoted Paladin, an Orc Knight. He's a beacon of hope. When devoted paladin enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain +1/+1 and vigilance. I swore a sacred oath to protect the weak and punish those who threaten them. As long as I draw breath, I will protect you. Why does that sound very eloquent for an orc? Maybe I'm being racist. Eccentric Apprentice. He's a 2/2 with flying. And when it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've completed a dungeon, up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness 1/1 and flying until end of turn. Cute. Makes a little bird. He's like doing parlor tricks. Here's Fly. Yeah, my art card of that is better because it's just him flying and the guy next to him. It's none of this extra space up top. Has flying, and whenever this creature deals damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Yeah, very nice. 50 feet of rope. Isn't this supposed to be 100 feet of rope? Hey, Odibe, how you doing? Yeah, I had a whole bunch of shit happen that kept me offline for a week and a half. That's all. Well, off of streaming. I'm doing shit all day. So we've got climb over. You can tap it so target wall can't block. You can tie up for 3 and tap it. Target creature doesn't untap during the next untap step. Or you can rappel down to 4 and tap to venture into the dungeon. Nice. You come to a river. Shit DMs say. Your Scullin has made you a thug again. You come to a river. Either fight the current, return target non-land permanent to owner's hand, or you find a crossing. Target creature gets +1/+0 to the end of turn and can't be blocked. That's nice. Ooh, Oswald Fiddlebender. That's quite a name. So he's a 2/2 for 2. Gnome Artificer, Magical Tinkering. For 1 white and tap, sacrifice an artifact. Search your library for an artifact with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice artifact's mana value. Then put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. Can't see this airship crashing in the near future. Sturdy as a rock. Excuse me, it's white cheating again. Yeah, I need a creature, I need an artifact that's 1 better than the one I'm sacrificing. Oh, just give me 1 mana for that, sure. And tap him. Ranger class. So when it comes to the battlefield, make a 1/1 token. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. And you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Really? This is powerful. And odd for green. Doesn't quite fit the green scheme. Okay, and I got another Chaos Channeler. Oop, another magic mini game. I'm gonna turn on this light because sun's starting to go down a little. Fine. You want to do this the hard way? I'll do it the hard way. Come on. You can focus. There we go. Hey! Now it's too close. Roll for... Nope. Forget it. Roll. Hey, Dig Dug, how you doing? Roll for Initiative is a mini game for Magic. All you need is 2+ players, 1+ packs, 5 minutes, and a D20. So as you enter the room, the objective is as you enter the room, a terrible dragon opens its eyes and lets out a roar. Everybody roll for initiative. Roll a d20 and modify the results with some magic cards to get the highest initiative. So you open a booster and remove all the cards without magic card backs. You use an additional booster for groups of 5 players or more. Shuffle and then deal the same number of cards to each player. If there are extra cards after the dealing, set them aside. Each player then rolls a d20 to determine their initiative. In the case of a tie, tied players roll again. The player with the lowest starting initiative goes first. On each player's turn, they play a card to modify a player's initiative. See reverse side for card effects. Cards with effects that will be counted at the end of the game should be placed in front of the target player. All of the cards go into the discard pile. So, a white card at the end of the game increases a player's roll by 2. A blue card, re-roll another player's die, but use the new result only if it's lower. For a black card, at the end of the game, decrease the player's roll by 2. For a red card, you re-roll another player's die. They must use the new result. Green card, re-roll your own die, but use the new result only if it's higher. Colorless card, each player may re-roll their die. If they do, they must use the new result. Multicolored card, apply the effects of each of the card's colors. Each effect can target a different player. And any card played face down at the end of the game, increase or decrease a player's die roll by 1. To win, once everyone is out of cards, check to see who has the highest roll. That player wins initiative. Cute. Cute. I think that's actually pretty cute. Down to the last 5 packs, folks. Going out there being my number 1 thug. Adding thugs to the numbers. A Knoll. Medium humanoid. Challenge 1/2. He an ugly cuss. The Forest. Another Pixie Guide. A Shambling Ghast. A Deadly Dispute. A Sepulchre Ghoul. Sacrifice another creature. Sepulchre Ghoul gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Ghouls devour the dead and any living creatures unwary enough to fall into their grasp. A dungeon map again. Nice. A red dragon again. A ray of frost again. Circle of the Moon Druid. He's got a bear form. As long as it's your turn, Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness 4/2. It loses all other creature types. Druids of the Circle of the Moon are fierce guardians of nature who haunt the deepest parts of the wilderness. He's funny. Barbarian class. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and then ignore the lowest roll. For 1 and a red goes to level 2. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains menace until the end of turn. And for 2 and a red, get to level 3. Creatures you control have haste. Oh, somebody has paid to change my voice. I wonder what I sound like. So I'm going to keep talking. Anybody know what I sounded like? Hey, Amber, how you doing? Oh, I was in a cave echoing. Nice. Oh, it was you. Doesn't tell you. Doesn't tell me who did it. I just saw that Mark had given 100 bits, but no, I guess not. Uber Thug Ember has returned, yes. My trusted hench. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, and Ochre Jelly. Ochre Jelly costs 1 and X. Ochre Jelly enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. And it's got a power called Split. When Ochre Jelly dies, it had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it. Create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. The token enters the battlefield with half that many +1/+1 counters on it. Rounded down. Another voice. Oh, the Dark Angel. The Dark Angel is an epic voice. I like that one. Here's You Find the Villain's Lair again. And, ooh, Lolth, the Spider Queen's emblem. Unfortunately, I don't have Lolth yet, and I only have 4 packs, and I really want her and a Eye of Vecna. And I'm probably not going to get them. But I have her emblem. That's going to be absolutely no help. Gonna cross my fingers on that one. Let's see what goes. Veteran Dungeoneer. Oh, that's nice.
Nice picture. Looks dangerous. Veteran Dungeoneers are dangerous. They just go around killing things. Here's Mountain. Here's the old D&D Celestial Unicorn. Price of Loyalty. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. If mana from treasure was spent to cast this spell, then that creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Most folks got mayhem in their hearts. They just gotta know their price. Okay. Let me kill that light. It focuses better that way. Alright.
Unexpected Windfall. Isn't that a chance card from Monopoly? As additional card to cast this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and create 2 treasure tokens. That's pretty nice. Here's Improvised Weaponry again. Tagnar Demon Fang Knoll again. He's got a great name, Targnar. And my voice has changed. Yeah, some of them have a different, not all of them are 50, some of them start at higher. Loathsome Troll again. Burning Hands again. Priest of the Ancient Lore again. Reaper's Talisman again. It's a great name. Ooh, Orcus, Prince of Undeath. That's a nice name and a nice card. And a hefty price for a 5/3. Two black, a red, and X. Flying Trample, 5/3. When Orcus, Prince of Undeath enters the battlefield, choose one. Each other creature gets -X until end of turn, and you lose X life, or return up to X target creature cards with total mana value of X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. So he's an endgame card. Ah, another voice. I'm back in the cave. So, Phaedra's Fireball again. Nice. Ooh. Ishkana Gruff Widow. Legendary Spider. Everything looks like Loth is coming, except I haven't drawn Loth, and I have 3 more packs to go. It's got Delirium. When Ishkana Gruff Widow enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, put 3 1/2 green spider creature tokens with reach onto the battlefield. Target opponent for 6 and a black? Wow. Target opponent loses 1 life for each spider you control. Ooh. So if you're playing a spider deck, look out. Here comes your spider tax. Alright. Gelatinous Cube. Oh, the original picture of Gelatinous Cube. Oh, the horror. This poor thing looks like it's in constant pain. Wonder what I sound like now. Here's an island and an evolving wilds. A nifty land. Here's the Circle of the Moon Druid again. You hear something on watch. The Dire Wolf Prowler. Oh, power up Persuasion. Choose target creature opponent controls, then roll a d20. 1 to 9, return to its owner's hand. 10 to 19, owner puts it on top or bottom of their library. Or 20, gain control of it until the end of your next turn. The end of your next turn, not just this turn. That's pretty nice, if you can roll a nat 20. Another Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. Phaedra Devil's Chosen, the new picture. She's still hot, because cute and fire. And her quote is, "A pact is a tool, not a damnation." Of course, you're the one making pacts. Did I get 2 Evolving Wilds in the same pack? Yes. Yes, I did. Just one was the Magic supplement book cover art. Here's Cleric Class again. There's a Hobgoblin Bandit Lord again.
I'm talking funny again. Wonder how? I got another Book of Vile Darkness. I need the Eye of Vecna. I know, the Hand of Vecna. Darn it. I'm gonna have to... If I want the whole set, I'm gonna have to buy it, I'm sure. No one's buying it anyway, so... Everybody thinks it's not a good card because you can just exile Vecna when you summon it. But there's the other powers, you don't have to summon Vecna to get the other useful stuff to happen. Uh-oh. Mimic. Alright. Nom 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 nom. Watch out for mimics.
Here's a Swamp Barrowin of Clan Under again. Except for it's the picture from whatever supplement he came out of. Another Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds is a useful card, I will say that. You come to a river. Another Baleful Beholder. Barbarian class again. Critical hit. Target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. So if you crit your roll, you get critical hit back. Nice. That's funny. Hey, do you kill what's already dead? How do you kill what's already dead? That's how. I get it. Guild Thief. Whenever Guild Thief deals combat damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And you can make it unblockable. She puts some coin in the guild's pockets and sends a message at the same time. A Herald of Hadar again. And a Secret Door. It's Defender. It says 04 for 1. For 4 and a 1, you venture into the dungeon. And the big card, Instrument of the Bards. I'm not going to get a Lolth or a Hand of Vecna, am I? I only got one pack left. So,
at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a harmony counter on Instrument of the Bards. For 3 and a green and tap it, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to the number of harmony counters on Instrument of the Bards. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If that card is legendary, create a treasure token, then shuffle. So, you may put a counter on it every upkeep. That's nice. So if you get it, say, to 3 mana, you have a whole bunch of creatures that are 3 mana, you can just not put another counter on it and keep picking shit up. That's nice. Price of Loyalty again.
ooh, Mirror Pool. Mirror Pool enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it to add one colorless to your mana pool. For 2 and a colorless, sacrifice it. Copy target instant and sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. For 4 and a colorless. Oh, wait. For 4 colorless, tap it. Sacrifice Mirror Pool. Put a token into the battlefield that's a copy of target creature you control. Nice. That's pretty nice. It's not from this set. It's one of the extra cards they printed from older sets, but it's pretty cool. And my last pack. I don't know if it's good if my last pack's first card is Goblin. It does not. What the hell are they fighting? That's a lot of tentacles. There's a mountain. Direwolf Prowler. Eyes of the Beholder. Target creature gets -11 until end of turn. In the end, there was nothing beautiful to be seen. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Cute. Arborea Pegasus. Plummet. Kills flying things. Keen-eyed Sentry. Keen-eared Sentry, sorry. You have hexproof. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. You're not the first to underestimate me. I guess he's hearing this guy in the background climbing a wall. Split the party. Don't. Just one word for flavor text on split the party. Don't. Here's Kreidel, who I think is the guy climbing the wall in this picture. Minimus Containment, Abracatini, Hill Giant, Herd Gorger. Up, I got Icing Death, Frost Tyrant. Not quite what I was hoping for. He's a 4/3 for 4. He's got Flying and Vigilance. When Icing Death, Frost Tyrant dies, create Icing Death, Frost Tongue, a legendary white equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +2/+0 whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls, and equip 2. So you take Icing Death and kill him, and somebody kills him, you get his tongue as a weapon. Weird. Clever Conjurer. And that is it, folks. I got a little devil. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So, let's go over all my rares first. Let's see. We've got Icing Death. We've got the Mirror Pool, the Instrument of the Bards, the Book of Vile Darkness, the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, Ishkanar Graph Widow. All these spiders. I have all the spiders, but no Lolth. Orcus, Prince of Undeath, an Ochre Jelly, Ranger Class, Oswald Fiddlebender, Volo Guide to Monsters, because there's, I believe, a supplement called Volo's Guide to Monsters, Minion of the Mighty, Den of the Bugbear, Teleportation Circle, another Den of the Bugbear, Skeletal Swarming, Minsk Beloved Ranger, Hall of Storm Giants, Rogue Class, Asmodeus the Archfiend, Gelatinous Cube, the Eye of Vecna, True Polymorph, Adult Gold Dragon, the Book of Exalted Deeds, Westgate Regent, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, just sounds gross, Paladin Class, Wish, Sorcerer Class, Dancing Sword, Grandmaster of Flowers, Old Gnawbone, another Book of Vile Darkness, Werewolf Pack Leader, Treasure Chest, Dragon Turtle, another Wish, Sphere of Annihilation, Forsworn Paladin, Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and Long Rest. Okay. That is a bunch of really good cards, I guess. Although some of them are white, so. But I've got the Book of Vile Darkness ×2. But I didn't get, and an Eye of Vecna, but I didn't get the hand. That's sad. I will probably buy a hand, just so I have the whole set. I'll also might buy a Lolth, because I might make a spider-themed black deck, or black and green, maybe. So, let's look at these lovelies. Got these guys. I'm going to move this closer. There we go. This poor thing. Come on, focus. Whatever. Sure, now you focus on the knoll. I guess darker pictures don't help. These are some lovely cards. It's the goodest boy. That's a happy little puppy, isn't he? Oh, these art cards are beautiful. This is just Forest. Minsk. Hall of the Storm Giants. Frickin' Dragon Turtle. I still don't know why this one has the artist's name embossed on it. Bronwyn. It's a contact other plane. And none of the others have that. I wonder if that's special for that card, just on that card, or if there's a variant of that art card that doesn't have it. One of them is rarer than the other. Who knows? How is that? How would you call that signed, though? It's just square lettering in gold. Oh, now you focus. Just weird. Okay. Is that, do they also, does that mean they also have one that isn't signed? Because that's the only card of mine I've seen that has that. Yeah, I'm just finished. I'm going through all the art cards. I already went through all the rares. This thing is just a nightmare. See, some of these, they come with this. This is cool. Stats. These cards have stats, some of them. This is one of the new cards for this set. She's hot and she's hot. Come on, you can focus on her. Come on, focus. Wow, I didn't know it would focus that close. She's hot. This is Phaedra, Devil's Chosen. And yeah, she's up close. That's pretty damn good. I mean, if I have to put things real close to get really good shots of what's going on, I will, because this Manicore is the fucking bomb. This is Bar the Gate. And with that name, I thought it was going to be a picture of a castle siege, but no. This is a magical gate that they're barring. That's a very angry spectral dragon trying to come through. Or a golden dragon, I'm not sure which. I cast magic missile. Yeah, that was a Manicore. And this is a Demi-Lich. He's got crystals for teeth and diamonds for eyes. Yeah, he's going to come back. He's a Lich. This genie's kind of hot. The only thing that's missing is the lower half. Don't hug iron golems. They are pokey. All over. Come on. Come on, you know you want people to see the Dryad. Sure, when you focus, you do a fucking good job. Wow. This is a mountain. Yeah, the detail is fucking amazing. Wait, let me get back to... Yeah, the eyes and the tongue are a little derpy. But this looks like it's from an old supplement. Yeah, it makes it look cross-eyed. Owlbear's got some guns. This bro lifts. Oh, the cards that look like books, yeah? Yeah, there's that too. Where's... Oh, where is it? That shit's amazing, yeah. Ah, fly. Let's see how detailed this picture is. Oh, it's pretty goddamn good. Half-elf monk. Them elves, they are pretty in D&D. Come on. What if I put it on him? He looks like Ed, the derpy hyena from Lion King cartoon. There we go. Like I said, them elves is purty. And those gnolls are not. But yeah, he looks like Ed. This is sudden insight. Come on. Come on, people want to see this orc dude. Such nice focus when it does it. This is a new camera. So I have to see if all the Bronwyns have the signature. So folks, that's the game. That's the cards. That's my box. I didn't get a Lulf, and I didn't get the frickin' Hand of Vecna, although I got the Book of Vile Darkness and the Eye. I'm really, really upset about that. 4 cards I wanted. Book of Vile Darkness, Eye of Vecna, Hand of Vecna, and Lulf. And I got half of them. So I'm going to have to buy cards because I want those 2. And if you guys haven't noticed, down there in the panels, there's something new. You can spend bits in order to change my voice while the stream's going on. Unfortunately, the stream's almost over. All I have to really do is sign off, because that's what I do after I'm done with all them damn cards. So, everybody, enjoy. Because this is cool. That was a lot of cards, a lot of great art. a lot of interesting things, including dungeons. I've got at least one of each of the dungeons now. Actually, looks like I have 3 of Phandelver's and 2 of the other 2. So I'm set for playing with dungeons. So until next time, have a good night. But remember to stay evil. Evil.